Hello, everybody. Lars here, live and in person, coming from my nether lab here in the basement of the Rutgers University Inn. Um, it's February 29th, so I wanted to jump on and I would be a bad nerd if I didn't do something about leap year on February 29th. So I thought we would, starting from scratch, whip up a Python program that tells you whether you have a leap year or not. Now, recently, if you get the emails from Rutgers, there was a pretty good article in Rutgers today about leap day is coming, but do you understand why? And it tells the story about the Julian calendar, 45 BC, incorporated leap years all the way back then, but then the Gregorian calendar takes over. Eventually, we realize that while it's commonly understood that it takes 365 and a quarter days to go around the sun, so every 4 years we get that extra day to make up for that, it's actually a little less than that. So we have to do different things in different places. What you learn when you learn about leap years is that on the hundreds, it's not a leap year. So 1900, not a leap year. 1700, not a leap year. But there's a trick. That trick is that every 400 years, it is a leap year. So 2000 was a leap year and 1600 was a leap year. And it gets crazy and confusing. So I thought we would write a Python program in order, excuse me, to get rid of all this confusion. Okay, so let's do that. Let's come down here and let's do it with Python. You can see I'm big, so you can see everything. And I'm going to say new file. And then I am going to put in some comments because I am a good doobie. When it comes to my comments, I'll give my name and I will give the date, the 29th of 2004, and I will call this the leap year program. And tabula rasa. Now I'm frightened. We will actually, let me save it and I'll just call it leap.py. And now we have to go about figuring out whether we have a leap year or not. So let's ask the user for a year, and let's just call the variable year, and we'll say it's an integer, and we will input enter a year. So now the user, I got to make sure my parentheses balance. Okay, so now I've entered a year, and I want to check that year to see if it's a leap year. So I'm going to set up a boolean variable called is leap year, and I am going to assign it a boolean expression. And I'm going to start by saying if year modulus 4 is equal to 0 and year modulus 100 is not equal to 0. Okay, so that way I'll grab every 4 years except when it's 1700, 1800, 1900, and that's going to create a Boolean variable. So if it's a leap year, it'll be true, and if it's not, it will be false. So let's test that. Print is leap year, and I might as well leave all the code right together like this. And we'll see what we get. So now I'm going to save, and I'm going to run, enter a year, true. Okay, well, we know that one worked. Let's try 1967, and that is false. All right, looks like we're in pretty good shape here. Let's run it again, and we'll do 1996. True. Okay, we're in good shape, except dun 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 dun. Let's run it again. All right, there's our problem. We are pretty good. Well, actually, I don't know this. Let's go test it. I've created the second part of the Boolean equation to pick up the beginning of centuries. So if I give it a 1900 or I give it 1700, I'm good because I'm coming back false. The problem is 1600, 2000, 2400, these are all going to be leap years. But I'm not going to get them because I'm going to have that right there. So what I want to do is I want to do one more treatment. And I'm going to have an OR statement for this. So the first thing I'm going to do is leap year. And that may be confusing at first. But remember, we have an OR statement there, right? So if is leap year was determined to be true up top, then I want to keep it true. Okay? That year being a multiple of 100, 2000, 1600, what I'm looking for, that's going to come back as false. So that's not going to trigger this. So I'm not worried about that. So is leap year is going to maintain my true status if the first line came back true. But what I want to do now is I want to check and say year modulus 400 equal to 0. And if that's true, then I'm going to grab 1600, 2000, 2400, and that will pick up my case that I want on every 400. So now I'm going to save, and I'm going to run, and I'm going to say enter a year. Now 2000 is true. Okay, we're going to run it one more time like we've been doing, and I'm getting to the bottom of the screen. 1600, true. So we're in good shape. I'm actually going to doink that. So the next time we run, will be a new screen at the top of the year. And 1900 false. Okay. So that's good. But I'm sick of having to run it every time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to create a variable, and I'm going to put this entire thing in a while loop. There we go. Sure, there's a quicker way to reformat that. Now you know what GA stands for. All right. So basically, I've created an interactive loop. When I get to the bottom, I'm going to say, do you want to go again? And if I give it a single Y, this condition will still be true, and I will ask for another year. If I give it anything else, I won't be, and I will drop out of this code, and the program will end, hopefully. I can leave it like that. All right, save. And now I run once. All right, don't know why that happened. Function F5, I run one. Invalid syntax, I won't have it. What did it say? Well, oh, good doy. Gotta remember here, I'm looking for equality. I'm not looking for assignment. I had an assignment sign there. All right, save. F5. All right, enter a year. I'm going to check 1996. And it's true. Go again. Yes. Enter a year. 2000. Yes. True. Go again. Yes. 1967. False. Good. Go again. Yes. Enter a year. 1600. True. Pretty snazzy. So now go again. Nah, let me get out of here. Okay, so that worked out pretty well. We could also do away with our prompt by doing something like this. You see a lot of people do that. If I give it a year, I'm just going to stop. If not, I'm going to keep asking for years. So basically, if I do it this way, which some people might prefer, oh, if I do it that way, it explodes. Well, yeah, okay, how about having year exist? Give it a value so it can exist. It is not equal to 0. I jump in, and then I'm always going to ask for it, so I should be fine now. Always got to figure these things out on the fly. Let's do this. Let me kill this. The program is still running. Do you want to kill it? Yes, okay. And let me run it from scratch. Enter year, 2000. True, enter year again. 1996. True, enter year again. 1967. False. 2345. False. Oh, it's getting the good ones. There's a leap year for you. Not a leap year. Good, good, good. 2024. Okay, we're true. And now if I want to get out, I just say 0. True. Why is it's hold on, hold the phone. Oh, it did end. It gave me the answer. So the first year was a leap year. Actually, there was no year 0. It would have started year 1. So there you have it. We have on February 29th come up with an interesting leap year program. And the interesting part here, to me at least, is that we wanted to check 3 different things. We wanted to see if you were modulus 4, but you also wanted to see if you were modulus 100 because that's not a leap year, but then you want to correct that and say, wait a minute, every 400 years we are. Well, you're gaining experience as a programmer now. You could do that with an if-elif structure, right? But if you just wanted to do it with boolean algebra and relational expressions, you can do this right here. We use the first 2 to determine whether we've got a leap year, but then we want to check for the 400s. So we could just say, hey, if you've already made a determination, then that's it. Is leap year is true, we're going to leave it alone, which is why that's in an or and not an and. And then the second part, we can take a false that the first expression made false because it was 1600, 2000, 2400, and we can now make it true. So we can correct that in the second line. All right. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to now, the behind the scenes is that I've gotten some new software and some new things fixed up with my computer in the lab, so I'm able to do these videos fairly quickly here in the lab now. So hopefully I'll be doing a lot more of these contemporary live in 2024 videos for this class and all of you guys. All right, you're doing great. Everything's cool. Last week of Unit 3, we're winding down, but everybody should be good. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy your extra day. It should be March 1st, but we've got an extra day to do Python, an extra day to watch something cool on TV, an extra day to beat Michigan tonight over at Jersey Mike's Arena. So it should be a good day. Do something fun today. All right? All right. It's March tomorrow. I'll see you later. Take care.